All right. Hello, everyone. I just got a notification that I am live on Facebook and I got a notification for YouTube. So, hi, my name is Nancy Rebecca. My website is intuitivemind.org. And this morning, live, I'm going to be talking about the ancient ones walking in our modern world, but the ancient ones are very much showing up in a much more present way than we have probably witnessed them in a long, long time. So just pop on and let me know where you're calling in from. I definitely have my wonderful coffee this morning that I'm so appreciative of the earth being able to grow the plants and the seeds that make this wonderful coffee and the people who harvested them. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday to you too. Now, someone told me this is the actual official day of the fall equinox here in the Northern Hemisphere. Normally, I know that as the 21st, but I was informed yesterday that because of the way the planets are, it kind of falls on the 22nd, which is today. But I know many of you will be following this recording later, but just know that you are getting that the essence, the frequency of the equinox coming through this recording, even if you listen to it a year from now. So, good morning, Rebecca, and good morning, Donna, and Zulu Sue from YouTube. So, yes, it is fall, Jill. Fall is my favorite season. Isn't that crazy? But it is for some reason. So, yeah. So today I'm talking about the ancient ones. I'm going to talk a little bit, just about guides, and then the ancient ones came through to kind of let me know who they are, how they came to be, so that we could understand them just a little bit better. And then, of course, at the end of this talk about 20-25 minutes, then we'll do a little 5-minute meditation so that you can have your own experience with these higher frequencies where the ancient ones reside, so that you can begin to kind of acclimate, or I can't even remember, I should have written down the word, but definitely acclimate is a good secondary word for this, to connect with the ancient ones. Good morning, Barbara from Denver. Good morning, Donna, and from Gig Harbor. So I will say, kind of laughingly, I have a very dear friend who's always asking me on a daily basis, do you just make this stuff up? And I just laugh because we've been friends for, I don't know, 30 years. And so she just had the nerve to ask me if I make this stuff up. Now, possibly, maybe I do have a pretty wild imagination, but what I will tell you is 28 years ago, I had a spontaneous out of body experience that I became suddenly sighted. That means I can see the spirit world at the same time I can see the physical world. Now, this is the issue here, is that often I will see spiritual beings on the other side that I have no concept of. So I'll just kind of tell you, one of my earliest experiences was when I had a visitation from this odd looking spiritual being. It kind of unnerved me a little bit. And this spiritual being had an elephant's head and a human body. So most of you probably already know who I'm talking about, but at the time I had no concept. I did share with a friend. I said, I've got this spiritual being that's kind of hanging around. It's got this elephant's head. And she said, don't tell me you don't know who that is. And I said, I don't know who that is. So, of course, that was my first introduction to Ganesh, which is a Hindu guide or God or whatever term that they use, Lord Ganesh, the remover of all obstacles. And so I share this because often I will see things that I have no human concept for. And then later on, I will find out from someone, oh yeah, we have this particular spirit in this area from the land. So I've had enough of that validation over the years to know that what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. Just like when the blue light beings came in 2017 and talked about this rapid pace awakening that would be happening on the planet. And at that time, we never could have anticipated the acceleration that we're experiencing right now. So, Charlottesville, Virginia, hi. And St. John's, Newfoundland, wonderful. Buenos dias to you too. So, let me just, again, let me just talk about spirit guides, angels. Briefly, we have our ancestors, we can have animal spirits that are our guides. And I know that there are some of you who are tuned in or will tune in later that do work with a team of guides. I call them kind of the A team. Yvonne and I have kind of coined that phrase. That just means the team of guides that we work with specifically. But I also know there are some of you who just prefer and love to simply connect with the God of your heart, with the great creator, and not really tune in or have a relationship with any other spirit in the spirit world. So and then some of you have ascended masters that you like to communicate with. You can have Jesus, Mary, Buddha, Kuan Yin, who are ascended masters, and yet or the angels from the angelic realm you might like to connect. But we also have earth angels. We have tree spirits. We have animal spirits. We have plant spirits. We have stone people who are from the spiritual realm. And so it can seem like a great, great mystery on how to communicate with them. But what I will share with you is when you're ready, when you've kind of achieved that level to be able to communicate telepathically, that's when they start to gather. That's when they'll start to get your attention. So right now we have the ancient ones who are really coming in. Now, if you've been kind of tuned in the last 2 or 3 weeks, many of you know that I visited an area in Utah that's called the Uinta Basin, which I think it's called 9 Mile Canyon. What I learned there was that the Aztec were there 6,000 or 7,000 years ago. Don't hold me to that, but that's what my ear heard when I was there. And then they returned again when Spain invaded their area. So here I was out on the land, and I was hiking by myself, and there were land ancestors that started to gather. There were very much the ancient ones that were gathering. And the whole time, all they said to me was, "Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming," over and over and over again. So I then kind of took it as an opportunity to ask some questions, because in the Uinta Basin, you have two very popular shows right now. You have The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch and The Mystery of Blind Frog Ranch. And the two of them work with the land in very, very different ways. Skinwalker Ranch works with the land in a very scientific way. They may shoot off rockets, they'll fly planes over a portal, they'll gather GPS data. So they do things very, very scientifically. And then the Mysteries of Blind Frog Ranch, very much kind of working with the land, talking to the land, want to really be respectful of the land, which it's kind of interesting because I also dig in the land looking for gold. So I will just say it like that. So when I asked the ancient ones, which is better, which is better? And the ancient ones said they're both right. That some of you are very spiritually developed, you're very spiritually conscious of your surroundings, that you have a devoted practice where you talk to the land, you talk to the ancient ones, and you do your work that way. And then they said, and then you have the scientists who are inspired by curiosity because of their experiences, and they really work to kind of identify and understand and create new kind of machinery to be able to measure radiation spikes and things like that, to know that there are energies around that are moving things. I will tell you, and so what the ancient ones said is we need the science for people who are very mentally minded. It's going to help them to kind of dismantle, reorganize how they think, which will allow more of the messages from the ancient ones to come through. So that's pretty much how it is. You know, they're never like shaking their finger at one person and elevating another. Because they know that we are all spiritual beings. So I will just say this morning, when I was in the Uinta Basin, you know, things were disappearing and reappearing all the time. But here this morning, here I'm trying to find earrings to wear. And I am telling you, my earrings are all in one place. So I would pull out one, I couldn't find the other. So then I dropped them both and I thought, okay, let me wear a different pair. And I'd pull out one. I just saw both of them. And then I couldn't find the other one. I did this 4 times and I ended up with these earrings. Now, what's interesting is in the Uinta Basin, they wanted me to wear pearls and they wanted me to wear shells. And on the Mysteries of Blind Frog Ranch, I did actually see mermaids in the sacred pool for another day. But it used to be under the ocean, that area. So let me get back to the ancient ones who are walking amongst us in a modern world. So let me just share with you the message that they gave me. Now, I will always say you are your own number one teacher. You have an inner guidance system that is in alignment with who you are. So whatever I say in these live teachings, only take what you feel is in alignment with you and let go of the rest. So, but for any other way that you want to think about it is to just kind of expand your mind as to how other people in the world may see the universe. All right. Good morning, Amy. So, and Warrior Girl on YouTube. All right. The ancient ones, they are also have been known as the holy ones. So the ancient ones, the holy ones, and the shiny ones. So they will often come through in a very, very high frequency. They are here to remind us, if you are hearing right now a very high pitched ringing, that's because their presence is around. They are actually communicating at a very, very high level that you may not be able to translate into the kind of third dimensional realm, but it'll come through as a high frequency. Going into meditation, I have learned, and saying, oh, is there someone there who's trying to communicate? I can adjust my 5th chakra to that frequency and bring through the information. If you can't do that today, no worries. You are developing and growing spiritually, and you will one day be able to do this. So this is what they said. I will read from my notes. We came to this earth as pure light. Contained within that pure light, we were and still are a light of universal activation codes of higher dimensional knowledge. They said very boldly, we are not the creator. We did not have the ability to manifest matter. So I just want to let you know, at the human level, you have the capacity to manifest matter. And the very first thing that you manifested was a human body. So touch your body and think about this, that you created the physical body that you desired. So you are a very high level conscious being that came to the earth so that you could learn in earth school how to manifest in matter, like a house or a car or your own children or whatever. But you came because you are a high level being and you were here for this level of knowledge. So they talk about when they first came to earth. I don't know where they came from. I don't even get a sense that it was from another planet. There's this sense of just pure light about them. But if you feel that they're from another planet, then you are right as well. The earth was a utopia of rich land, trees, mountains, waters, flowers, abundant nature. There were already creatures here on the earth, great and small, and they're talking about 300 million years ago. Maybe it's even a billion years ago, but they are talking about a long, long time ago that there were also humans. So even though our science may not have caught up with that, they are saying that there were humans here on Earth. To include several human species, they said. Our pure light merged with every aspect of Earth, every aspect of nature, of animals and humans, so that we could begin to understand the earthly creative aspects that made it possible for everything on Earth to be created with ease. We could not get enough of this, they said. The earthly, you should have felt. We wish you could feel the earthly frequencies at that time. Imagine, they said, the light code frequencies of, what did they say? A fragrance. So they were sharing with me, like that fresh air and the trees and the flowers and the different plants and the animals, and the fragrance has a frequency. And so often where you live now, especially if you live in a large city, you don't always have that ability to really smell the fragrances of nature. But they wanted me to understand and wanted you to understand just how kind of exhilarating that was, to just feel this kind of utopia, cornucopia of frequencies of fragrance that they could feel within the light codes. These many frequencies were extremely intoxicating because we couldn't manifest in form. This is what they're sharing with me. We had a human counterpart. We had a contract, an agreement with that human counterpart. One of the agreements as a human is that you would take this high frequency light and you would ground it into the earth. And they say that is still probably one of our biggest agreements. People often wonder, what's my calling? What's my purpose on earth? And often, over and over again, I will be told that our number one job on the earth is to ground the high frequencies of knowledge through our bodies and anchor it into the earth. That we are to anchor those high light codes and frequencies of knowledge down into the earth to help the earth to expand and awaken. This helps, our human counterpart helps us to manifest. So what do guides do? Guides will guide you to check on the neighbor. Spiritual guides will help you to heal. Spiritual guides will let you know that they want you to go to the ocean. I remember one day it was like, please go to the ocean and meditate there. And so Yvonne and I got up in the morning and made the 2-hour drive to the ocean. They said, in exchange, we share our high knowledge light codes with our partner. They benefited from this by having longevity of life, great health, and they had the ability to build the sacred sites. So they're talking about sharing this high level of knowledge and even how to build the sacred sites. Because when the humans helped manifest sacred sites in form on the earth, it would help amplify these kind of holy sacred places so that the high level knowledge and the earthly creative knowledge could combine as one, that they could share a unified consciousness. They said, but the side effect of humans having this high knowledge, some of them used it in corruption of others, and some of them used it for good. So there was an imbalance in how they used the power. And again, they're talking about hundreds of millions of years ago. Then they said, we have remained here to help where we can. We do not imprint our knowledge on you. We share our knowledge with you, to those willing humans who are ready to ask the right questions. So, because of their experience before, then we had Atlantis, we had Lemuria, we had an imbalance in power, which turned out to be very destructive according to ancient history. And you can read a little bit more from the Sumerians. That's a very ancient culture. But what they said was, so now what they do is they don't just freely share their knowledge. You have to have the right question to ask. And often when I'm working with my students, they'll say, oh, I finally get how to work with my intuition. I just need to keep asking the questions to get the right answers, because the answers can come in very short clipped ways. So when I asked, why are the ancient ones, the holy ones, the shining ones who've always been there but are suddenly making a grand appearance again, what they shared with me is because you all are expanding into such a higher state of consciousness that more of you know how to ask the right questions of them. And so they are coming through strongly to you. And so that's why more and more of you are beginning to notice them. There is always an exchange where you help to manifest on earth and they help to share the higher level knowledge that will help you to expand more. I remember once I'd been working as a healer, a psychic healer. Let's say it had been about 8 years at this point. And I remember these high level beings coming in, and I was walking and I was out on a walk in nature, and I had a question to ask. I'm like, I don't really get it. Why do you need me to work with someone else and my healing energy? If someone had cancer, for example, why can't you just help heal their cancer? Why do you need healers? And what they said was because they need to go through the human frequency to heal a human problem, a human frequency to heal a human problem. Now, I do know some of you have had spiritual healings from spiritual guides that did not go through a human counterpart. That's where you have a spiritual healing. They're helping to heal from the spirit realm, and that eventually you will integrate that change into the body. And so, but if it's a physical issue like cancer or any other kind of physical ailment, or physical trauma, emotional and mental trauma, they need to go through a human healer to be able to work through you to help them. All right. Would you like to have an experience with the ancient ones, the holy ones, the shiny ones? Because the other thing is they're reminding us, remember the year 2022 is the year of the healer. It is the year of justice. It is the year of beauty. And today, during this meditation, they wish to share with you that higher frequency of beauty and how they see you and how they see this earthly utopia of the natural world. Now, in this meditation, we're going to walk up stairs. You're going to raise your consciousness. You're not going to leave your body, even though you're going to be imagining moving upstairs. You're not leaving your body. Your consciousness is rising up these golden staircases until we get to the level of the shiny ones, holy ones, ancient ones. Now, you may feel pressure on your head or pressure in your body. Most of the time, that is mental energy that is trying to block this higher level of knowledge coming in. Rather than get frustrated, say, thank you for letting me know where I have some of my human energy blocks. I'm going to let go of those now. And so you can repeat this little meditation whenever you like. All right. Go ahead and close your eyes and turn within and say hello to that beautiful creation of yours, your human body. Please let your body know that you are going to be in proximity to a very high frequency. Just let your body know that you will continue to support your body in being able to integrate that higher level of knowledge. I can tell your spirits are giddy with excitement. So, right now, say hello to your higher wise self and see if you can feel how excited your spirit is to share another level of knowledge with you. Your body can feel very supported with grounding. So, right now, you can imagine any imagery to work with to kind of project that imagery around the area of the lower part of your aura, about from the navel down, and then ground yourself through the seat of the chair or through the bed or the floor, through the foundation, the earth's crust, and allow gravity to pull that energy down and connect with the center of the earth. Now, this weekend, working with the group, they guided us to use starfish, the suction cups of starfish. Isn't that fun? But you can also use a tree or a waterfall or a mountain. You can use basketballs and basketball hoops. Spirit, it doesn't matter. Any form that comes to you can be an ultimate grounding force to help ground off your physical body. Allow that spiritual connection with the core of the earth, connect at the magnetic core, and then just kind of wrap your own light, your own spiritual light around the magnetic core so that your body feels stable when you start rising in consciousness. Now, we are going to pretend and play with our imagination and be very playful and lighthearted about it. We are going to be ascending golden stairs together. However, if you feel a little nervous about going up the stairs by yourself, just know we've got a big group that will be joining you, spirit to spirit. However, if you have a particular guide or you wish for the God of your heart or Jesus or Mary or Buddha or Archangel, one of the archangels to walk with you, invite them in now. Nice, nice. You are going to go up a set of stairs. It's about 15 stairs. So just go up those stairs. You don't even have to count them, but you're going to come to a golden platform. The stairs are golden. So move up the stairs, feeling how you're feeling, seeing, sensing, knowing, hearing, until you get to the first platform, and then stay right there. You're going to acclimate your frequency with this higher frequency of consciousness. I can sense some of you are feeling a little nauseated, others are having a higher pitch ringing in the ears, others having a little pressure on the head. Just set your intention to release any human energy blocks. Write down your grounding. All right, there's another set of stairs. So now go up the golden stairs and you're going to stop at another platform. It's like a golden stones of light. So you're going to stand right there, and then you're going to allow your frequency to adapt to the higher frequency. And again, if you're feeling any ascension symptoms down in your body, go ahead and release those right down your grounding. At any point, if it's too uncomfortable for you, just stay where you are or come back down the stairs until you feel more comfortable. Now let's go up one more set of stairs to another platform where the shiny, holy, ancient ones are waiting for you. Another set of stairs to the third platform. It's simply your consciousness is rising. You're getting to experience higher states of consciousness. On this level are golden pillars around. You can pass through the opening in the golden pillars, or you can ask that the ancient one, there at that level of consciousness, the ancient ones, shiny ones, holy ones, to step out and communicate with you at that higher level of consciousness. You may not be able to hear them at the human level, but you should be able to get some message from them at this level. Let them share their messages with you. How is it that you are to be in service here on earth in this beautiful way that you know how to create? And then there is an energy exchange. If you agree to be in service in some way, and that service can be daily prayers for humanity. That can be a service. And then the exchange is they boost your conscious light. with high level knowledge. Any pressure on the head is usually mental energy. Just let the mental energy go. All right, that's a pretty high frequency for most. And so thank the ancient ones, holy ones, shiny ones for their messages, for the healing, so that you have the capacity to have experience higher states of consciousness. And then slowly, I'm not going to guide you back down the stairs, but just start making your way. Remember, you're on the third platform. You're going to come down to the second, down to the first platform, then back. Bring your consciousness back into the room where you are now. Beautiful. You are beginning to bring that higher state frequency into through the crown chakra, down the sixth, fifth, fourth, third, second, first, down your arms, your legs. Allow that higher frequency to move right down your grounding, giving Mother Earth a little support. Pat your body on the leg, thanking your body for its willingness to expand in states of consciousness. And whenever you're ready, you go ahead and open your eyes. Now, as you're slowly kind of coming back behind your eyes, remind yourself of what today's date is. Whenever you're watching this recording, remind yourself of how old you are. That's called coming back into the present moment. Take a moment to look around the room that you're in so you remember what city, state, house, country that you're in, just to kind of help acclimate you back to this present moment, this present creative moment. Now, not everyone will have been able to pick up a message that is conscious enough for you to bring it in. So just know that once you came back, you may feel like you know what the message is, or the message may just, you might be in the shower 3 days from now, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's what they were trying to tell me. So just know that it may come immediately, or it may come later, or it may never come to you at a conscious level, but your spirit has already received the information and will be placing signs in your life. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in spiritual play with me. and being open enough to maybe play with the idea that there are ancient ones who are making more of a presence today as we move into that higher state of awakening. I do want to mention that next week on my Facebook Intuition with Precision private Facebook page, I will be teaching a 3-day masterclass on connecting with your intuition during difficult times. You can also go to my website, intuitivemind.org. It's right, the banner's right at the top of the page. You can click to sign up for that workshop and get more information there. It's going to be a fun week next week, but I will also be on Thursday morning for our Thursday morning talk next week. So thank you all so much. Please share any and all of the work that we do here with the Intuitive Mind team that we share with the world. Please share it with others that you think could benefit. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have an awesome weekend and happy fall equinox.